Hi, baby. Okay, so what have we got? We've got Little Shaky Girl, yeah, the book we're currently reading, and this is still day one, summer of 2017, and we're on page 32, which is scene 8. So that's scene 8, open plan lounge, stroke bedroom, late morning. Okay. The wider scene is Al is now sitting down and feeding Nicole her de-seeded, chopped and prepared watermelon breakfast. Nick is in a riser recliner chair with her feet up. Al turns the telly over to another channel. The Clive Balding show is on repeat. The interviewee is Harry Kane. Okay, so that's the Clive Balding show, and it's on repeat. And the interviewee is Harry Kane. Right, Harry Kane. I used to break down and cry when England lost as a kid. Clive Balding. So you was often a big girl's blouse then, Harry? Harry Kane. I beg your pardon? Clive Balding. Talks in a faux Frank Bruno accent. You know what I mean, Harry? That's the worst Harry Kane accent. Harry Kane, that's the worst Frank Bruno accent I've ever heard. Anyway, now that I've cleared my throat, Harry Kane, he looks downcast with his bottom lip, starts quivering. Clive Balding, seriously Harry, you need to man up. We're going to win the World Cup. Wider view, Harry Kane just breaks down and blubs in front of camera. The TV screen cuts to commercials. Right, Al, poor Harry. Last thing he needs is a good kicking. The presenter should be ashamed of himself. Nick. It's the writer that should be ashamed of himself. Al. What? Nick. Clive Balding indeed. Al. What are you saying? Nick. You know exactly what I'm saying, and so does Clive Balding. Ooh. Al. Whoa there, Leslie. Okie dokie, you got me. I'll come up with something in the rewrite. Anyways, he or she is lovely, she is. I wish he or she was my mate. Al looks contrite. Nick, too late now, lovely. I think you've blown it. And you got me instead. Al, yup. And you're just as lovely and as radiant as he or she is. Nick, I don't think this rewrite is helping any. Al looks up, down and around, shrugs his shoulders. Oh, turn it down a little bit. Right, wider. Screen cuts back to the Clive Balding show after the commercials. The presenter is looking as lovely and as radiant as ever. Al winks at the TV screen as Nick looks on. Nick, oh that's nice, but you're still naughty. Al, I know sweetie, all that endeavour, eloquence, etiquette, equine savvy and esteem, blooming marvellous, I'm telling you. What do you know about horses? Sorry, Nick, what do you know about horses? Al looks confused. Nick grins. Oh, right. Wider view. Al flicks the TV remote. TV screen cuts to the Great British Bake Off. Nick. Too late. Can I watch this? Al looks downcast and contrite. Nick. looks at a marquee full of ovens. Al, great. The Great British Jack-Off. Al sniggers. Nick, no, don't spoil it. I like this programme. Al, yeah, I know, soz. They've all got buns in the oven. Anyways, Nick sniggers. Wider view. Al continues to feed Nicole and presses the remote at the same time. The TV is now showing a trailer for Il Duce. Al's interest perks up. Al, there's an Italian Hollywood movie all about Silvio Berlusconi. Features someone that looks very much like Warwick Davis on telly this afternoon. Looks alright. Al pauses. Better than some of the other chuffing shit that's on. Right, okay, that is scene 8. Scene 9, okay, again internal, TV screen in open plan, lounge bedroom is on view, and it's coming up midday, late morning. Okay, the wider view is this. The TV screen shows a film series trailer for Il Duce, The Leader, a made-for-TV feature-length spoof about the personal life of Silvio Berlusconi, played by someone who has the stature / build of Warwick Davis. Gina Molina, a 20-ish East End of London supermodel, born to an Italian dad and an English mum, is sitting in an outrageously big bed with her lower body under a duvet while smoking a cigarette. The excerpt shows a camera shot of Silvio Berlusconi from behind, naked, on his knees, with only his head and shoulders under the bed, in between Gina's legs. Silvio Berlusconi gets up from under the bed and washes his mouth out and starts flossing his gleaming white teeth. Gina is smoking a cigarette. Gina, oh Silvio, you are such a lovely, lovely little man. Absolutely nothing like how you are on TV. Silvio Berlusconi carries on checking his teeth with no facial reaction whatsoever. The visible top half of his body is wearing a dicky bow and a frilly shirt and a red cummerband. Wider, the film trailer jumps to another later scene. Silvio Berlusconi is sitting up in his outrageously big bed in a dicky bow and tux, looking directly at the camera. Silvio B. Yeah, it's been shortened from Silvio Berlusconi to Silvio B. Once I had the sex with a girl on the sofa for over 2 hours, and the sofa it moved from one end of the room to the other. The whole time she's on top. I didn't notice that the sofa it moved. I didn't give a flying piece of caca. It moved from one side of the room to the other. Anna di caca. Mind you, I cannot take all of the credit. I had the girl's grandmother polished the whole of the wooden floor before the girl come in my house. I must have used the back door for her grandmother. I don't want this girl to know this, as I have to see her face making the love. I have the reputation to uphold, as well as Il Duce mio, eh? Yeah. Points down below to his groin area. I just winked at you, winking at the camera, which is an ad-lib. Right, Silvio Berlusconi. Oh no, actually, I've put it in the next sentence. Silvio Berlusconi winks at the screen, and with a beaming smile, he flashes his gleaming white teeth at the same time. He forgets that he is now looking into a large mirror and reflected bright light. That's it. He's looking into a large mirror, gleaming white teeth, and reflected bright light stuns his vision for a few seconds. so he has to shield his eyes with his hands. Right, that is scene 9. Scene 10, again, internal open plan lounge bedroom, still late morning. The wider view, Nicole stares at the screen motionless, having finished a piece of melon, and waits patiently for Al to feed and or hydrate and or medicate and or facilitate some kind of therapy, physio and or stimulus and or laughter and or chat. Yeah? Nicole, can you record it for me, please? Al, sure. You and T can watch it later whilst I'm out on manoeuvres. Nicole, manoeuvres? Al, you know, out on my scooter, dodging the glare and stare of those Chiswick tractors going... Chiswick, what did I call them? Sorry, Chiswick tractors going nowhere sometime soon on a Friday afternoon. I'm telling you, it's more thrilling than any of them motor racing games I used to play as a student. Nicole, we got a Chiswick tractor, as you like to call it. Al, yes, and ours is always full of medical aids and apparatus in case of need. Oh, thank you, lovely. No, I thank you. Nicole, oh, thank you, lovely. Al smiles lovingly. Okay. Al, now standing, telephones his mum. Let me just turn that down. He's talking. Nicole is watching the Victoria Derbyshire show on telly with no sound on. Al's got some light mod jazz playing quietly in the background. Little Shaky Girl, Armando Travajoli, 1971. Al, hi Mum, it's me, how you doing? Mum, hello Alessandro, what's up? Al, nothing, just seeing how you are, that's all. Mum, we're okay, just plodding along. Mum, we're okay, we're just plodding along. Al, how's Pop? Mum, he's okay, you know, how's Nicole? Al, she's good, thanks, Mum. Al turns head to speak to Nicole. Al, Mum, ask how you are. Cool, this bit I did badly. Al, right. Mum asks how you are, Nicole. Nicole waves at Al. Yay, how's your dad? Mum, I can hear that. He's okay, Alessandro. You be careful on that motorbike, okay? The last thing Nicole needs is for you to break a leg. Alex, Mum, I am careful, and the rockers don't count it as a motorbike anyway. Mum, gruffly, well, what is it then? Al, they call it a hairdryer on wheels. Not that it makes a difference. There's too many cars, hairdryers and speedos out on the road not getting nowhere sometime soon anyways. Mum, just be careful, will you? Alex, do you remember when we were little, Pop was always on promotion all over mainland Europe, always on a brand new motorbike too. I used to think you must be running BMW, all those promotions. I didn't realise it was the bike they were promoting, not Pop. That's silly, Al smiles. And that time he took me to Swindon for his work. We stopped off for petrol and I burnt my hand on the hot water in the toilets and come out tearful. Pop said he'd buy me some chocolate, but he managed to buy the only bar I didn't like, Fry's Turkish Delight. Yeah? Delight, my arse. With tears turned into a torrent. Mum, I must go, I have something cooking. What's that then? Fogo's dead. Al, bye Mum. Nick, so the chocolate didn't help then? Al, au contraire. Once I achieved full stroppy sob status, I completely forgot about my burnt hand. Right, okay, that's scene 10. Scene 11. Right, internal TV screen, open plan lounge, still late morning. Okay, wider. TV screen showing Victoria Derbyshire show with strapline on bottom of screen. And the strapline on the bottom of the screen, yeah, on the Victoria Derbyshire show is, would you forgive your husband for cheating on you? Al reads it out. Al, would you forgive your husband for cheating on you, sweetie? Nick, nothing to forgive. Al gives Nicole a quizzical look. Like, what? Nicole, you've got your monthly pass to see your girlfriend. Just let me know when you go to see her again. Al nods and looks over his shoulder. Wider TV screen showing Victoria Derbyshire show is discussing a divorcee living in London who has been on 77 first dates in 2 years. Al, well, she saved herself around 10k on hot meals in 2 years. Nicole, did she get you to pay as well? Al, I always have to pay, mind you. It's an hour of her time and expertise, and we talk about lots of cool stuff. There's also much interactive stimulus exercise too. Nick, can you not get the local authority to cover it as respite? Al, I can't even get them to pay for the stuff they've agreed to cover. Anyway, sitting naked on my face for 20 minutes, she throws in for free. She's sweet like that. She calls me Catchaton. Nicole, I mean the divorcee on telly. Al, oh no, I don't even know who she is. I would have told you already if we had. Time to go. Nick, what is Catchaton? Al, means fat face. And then Nicole says, chill or fat face? Means let's go fat face. Okay, wider view. What grade of love? Teddy Brown, Trojan Label 1969. Is now playing on YouTube as he starts to push Nicole in her wheelchair towards the front door. Okay, that's scene 11 done, and the final scene now is scene 12, which is external. They're now travelling in the family car, and it's late morning, coming up midday. Okay, wider. Al puts the air conditioning on in the car. Nicole is next to the car in her wheelchair. Al gets out to put Nick in and then puts some music on. Just Wanna Love, King James, 1950s. I just wanna love. All the Al gets, but you can hear it yourselves on YouTube. Al gets back out and puts the wheelchair, icebox, an emergency bag in the back of the car with all the other stuff they have to take for Nicole's conditions. The back seat and the boot is now full. Al, in the immortal paraphrased words of Jake and Elwood Blues, there's only two kinds of music, rhythm and blues. And no need for a sat-nav, so let's hit it. Nicole, but you may need it another time. Al gives Nick a confused sideways glance. Al, it's time to hit the road, not the sat-nav, Nick. So we're going to La Pomme de Terre for lunch, and we're keeping the sat-nav. Al, exactamundo, baby. I just use the sat-nav when I don't know where I'm going. You mean like everyone else? Exactamundo, baby. Except that I always go in the opposite way to what the sat-nav says to get to the same place. I don't follow. Al, exactamundo, baby. Neither does anyone else. Don't call me baby. Al, Madison Avenue. Nick, oh, is that where we're going? Al, exactamundo. Al looks at Nick and smiles. Oh, right, okay. Al plus Nick are in car stuck in traffic. Al looks down for a cigarette packet. There's approximately 15 open packets strewn all over the gearbox housing as well, between driver and passenger seat. Al picks up 3 packets consecutively before the lights go green. Al's packets are empty. Al pulls up outside of Harlech Tower, Nelson Mandela House in Only Fools and Horses, South Acton. All around Harlech Tower is the ongoing construction of thousands of new build uber flats. The car stereo is playing Jazz Walking, Monty and the Cyclones, 1963. In the background, Al goes through all the open packets on the car floor. Everyone is empty, bar the last one, which is just one cigarette left in it, having had to get out of the car and root through for about 5 minutes on the car floor. Al, phew. Nick, did you find one, sweetie? Al, yup, yee. I blame the EU. When they were so cheap out there, you buy in bulk. Good on the UK. They're so chuffing expensive. You're only going to buy one box at a time. And you're just going to go for the cheapest crap on offer in each shop. So why is that good? Well, for one thing, you'll treasure every packet and you'll know exactly which box you use on, because you only got the one chuffing packet, you numbskin. Nicole, can I have a Chuppa Chup lolly? Al, sure. Wider view, Al and Nick looking at the new build Uber Apartments construction site, which is surrounded by safety hoarding. There has been notice stating Acton Gardens, Phase 5. When working on or visiting a countryside site, think safety. Playing in the background is Hard Rock, Red Price Sock, 1953. Al, are they taking the piss? Nicole, what's that then, sweetie? Al, pointing to the sign. That bullshit sign just there. Al reads out the sign. Nelson Mandela House, a countryside site. Please. They'll be calling Bush Green an area of outstanding natural beauty and giving it Royal Park status next. Maybe the ladies on the green, but the green, nah. Al expresses incredulity and looks up. They're taking a piss. Al drives off towards the restaurant, which is about 1 kilometre away. 15 minutes later, Al plus Nick are now stuck in standstill traffic on Chiswick High Street, but still half a kilometre away. Al, countryside site, please. Al tuts and raises his eyes. Al, mind you, there is one thing I don't mind so much about London traffic. Nick, what's that then, lovely? Al, we're all in it together. Doesn't matter how big your wallet, we're all standing still and breathing the same toxic air. It's our duty to future generations to fuck off this mortal coil sooner rather than later. Unless, of course, one warrants a cavalcade. That'll give us something else to think about. What's that then? Lovely. Who the chuff gets a cavalcade, that's what. And I can play some tunes whilst we ain't moving. Someone's got to be top dog, I guess. Which is cool, but there's too many Yapping Jack and Jill Russell snapping at their heels and biting our butts. Al plus Nick edges towards the restaurant as the most exalted potentate of love, the Cramps, 1984, commences play on the car stereo. Okay, so that's the most exalted potentate of love, the Cramps, 1984, now playing on the stereo, and that is scene 12, day 1, summer 2017, West London, Acton. Finitoed. That's it. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Right, okay, let's see. Has it filmed it all? Find out. Hello, baby. That's it.